How's it going, guys? It's Mike Dolev here, and before we start, I'm gonna ask a question that I'm probably gonna get after this video. Why am I wearing a suit in a hotel room? Well, you guys might never know, but I do apologize for the shitty setup right behind me. I'm in a hotel right now in Phuket, and I'm just traveling in Thailand for a little bit. I'm allowed to do that. So, with that being said, let's jump right in the video. So what do we have today? Today, I'm gonna answer a question which I get tons and tons of time. And the question is, Mike, what do I do to prevent my ad account from getting shut down? What do I do with Facebook ads? How do I make sure I'm safe? And I get this all the time, every single day. And I finally decided to make a public video showing you exactly what to do. And this is from years of experience. This is from getting my ad account banned multiple times. I've tried everything. I've tried every single thing out there that someone told me that will prevent my ad account from getting shut down. And I've actually took the list of everything that works for me, everything that all my friends are doing, that all my people in my mastermind, my mentor, all the things that I know are 100% working right now, and I pretty much built a list for you, made a video, and there's also a checklist that you can download right below this video. So with that being said, all we're gonna do right now is jump in the video where I'm gonna show you how to do everything. If you're traveling, not a problem. Pretty much the most comprehensive guide out there. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. So if you do want to get the checklist, if you do want to get the guide and then you want to download the checklist just so you can have it in your computer, just so you can go through over that over and over again, I highly recommend to do that. All you have to do is click the link below, opt in, join our email list, and if you're not in our email list, then you're losing out. You're missing out a lot of things. We're sharing amazing content right there. We're sharing tips, we're sharing value, we're sharing so many things in the email list that you should just join. Not to mention that you can also get access to the private Facebook mastermind group as a bonus just for joining. So if you want to be in the mastermind group, you gotta join the mailing list. So make sure to go ahead right now, subscribe for this channel for future updates, just because this video is just the first video out of many. In the first video, of course, I'm sharing stuff about Facebook ads. In the other videos, I'm going to share stuff about funnels, how to actually make money, tweaks and tricks and stuff that I'm learning on the way, stuff that made me thousands or millions or however I'm going to make. Or I'm going to share a case study about, for example, how I made $300,000 the past few months. There's a lot of things that I'm going to share, and it's going to be really, really awesome. So if you're not subscribed, make sure to do it right now. Make sure to get the checklist below, sign up to the list, and join the Facebook group. And without all of that being said, let's jump right into the video and get this started. Alright guys, so welcome to the ultimate Facebook ads shutdown prevention tutorial. I'm Mike from The Art of Launch, and we're just gonna jump right to it. This is probably one of the most important tutorials that you're ever gonna watch if you're running any Facebook ads. I'm gonna give you the best walkthrough to exactly what you need to avoid your ad account from getting shut down. And many people actually got their ad account shut down, and it sucks. It happened to me before. I had to learn the hard way how to actually prevent it from being shut down. So we're just gonna go through all the things that you need to do to actually prevent it from getting shut down. So let's start off with your ad account. So to start with, you want to make sure that you don't use your personal ad account. You want to make sure that you actually use the business manager. So for those of you who don't know, you can actually open a new business manager for each and every one of you. So if you don't know how to do that, I highly recommend to go ahead and simply Google how to do that. We will go through how to do that if we have time by the end of the video. The second thing you want to do is that you want to open multiple ad accounts under the business manager. So an option that you have with the business manager is that you can actually open multiple ad accounts. So you want to make sure that you open 5 ad accounts. I'm pretty sure that's the max, and maybe it's not. I'm not really sure about the exact number, but you want to make sure you open as many ad accounts as Facebook allows you to. The reason is because once one ad account gets banned, you can still use the other, which is great news, by the way, because for me, something happened to me where I actually sold one of my websites, and the buyer actually had access to one of my ad accounts, and he was running ads from it, and he just violated the terms of service over and over again, and he pretty much banned the ad account. Now we tried to actually get it unbanned, but actually you guys are going to laugh if I tell you about this. So it's a pretty funny story, because I sold in my e-commerce shop. It was a gift shop, and the guy, I was mentoring him, I was offering some help, and apparently he found this deal. And it's a pretty funny story. He found this deal about condoms from AliExpress, and they were really cheap. So he just kept insisting on selling condoms. Like, dude, you should not do that. But without listening to me, he listened to another guy that he was consulting with, and he actually just went ahead and sell condoms on Facebook. So what happened is that they banned him. They didn't give him the ad account back, and it was under my business manager. So I kind of forgot about that at the time, so I didn't really warn him that much. I didn't really insist on not running it because again, I sold the site for a very large amount, very large amount, a couple tens of thousands of dollars, and what happened is that it got banned. But then again, I had a couple other ad accounts, so I can still run ad accounts for my business manager, which is great. And he wasn't also my main business manager that I use for my agencies. But the point is that if something happens to your ad account, you want to make sure you're safe. You want to make sure you're safe, and that's just an extra step to make sure you're safe. So it's very important. Also, you want to make sure that each of your businesses should have its own ad account. Don't use ad account for multiple businesses. So if you have one business related to health and one business related to how to make money online, make sure you have 2 separate ad accounts for each business, for each niche. You also want to have a different source of payment for every ad account, and you also want to warm up your account. So what exactly does warming up your account means? It means that you want to spend slowly. Facebook has a threshold, it's $750, and you want to make sure that until you spend all the way to the threshold, you don't go wild and start doing tens of different ads a day and tons of different budgets. Now, I'm not sure if you're advanced or newbie. If you're newbie, then this does not really apply to you. But if you're advanced, then make sure you slow it down a bit until you actually reach that threshold, which is not going to be very hard to reach. You can do it within a couple days or a week or two. You also want to delete any ads that haven't been approved. So if one of your ads unfortunately got disapproved, that's fine. You want to try to keep a 1 to 10 ratio, I would say. I mean, you want to actually get no ads disapproved, but if you do get them disapproved here and there, it's fine. You also don't want to use PayPal as a payment source. For some reason, they don't like PayPal. And if you're traveling around the world like me or logging in from multiple IPs, make sure you have 2-step verification enabled. So when I first started traveling, I was a bit worried about my ad account, and it actually got banned because of that, and it was really hard to get out of. And I've read a lot of tutorials saying that you just can't log in from multiple IPs. Well, what does that mean? Does it mean that I can't travel? Well, of course not. There's actually a solution to that. So with that being said, I'm just going to show you exactly how to do it. And many people don't do it. It's actually a very underused thing. And I was actually already in that page already, but let me show you from beginning how to reach that. So if you're on your main Facebook page right here, all you got to do is click here, then click settings, and then go to security, and then right here, login approvals. All you have to do is click that and then add your phone number. So what this does is that I'm just going to read off what Facebook says. You can use your phone as an extra layer of security to keep other people from logging into your account. So what this does is that when you log in, you're actually sending you a text where you have to actually putting the text into your phone or into your browser, depends where you're logging in from, and then they're gonna approve your login. That's a very important step for Facebook to make sure that no one else is using your account, especially when you're traveling in different places. I mean, right now I'm in an island in Phuket, which is I'm in an island in Thailand, which is called Phuket, and then 2 weeks ago I was actually somewhere else, and a month ago I was in America. So for me, my IPs keep changing because I'm really traveling a lot the past few months, and it's and nothing happened really. It's super safe. I've been in airports one day and then in another country, and I've had all kind of weird things happening with my IP. But with this, that really saved me, just because I like logging in from trains, from wherever I'm traveling from. And a lot of people avoid that. So I guess that you can say that I'm actually making more money just because I can log in from everywhere. So having that extra step or taking the extra 10 seconds every day, and it's not even every day because they remember the browser you're logging in from, so it's every once in a while, that really saves you not only a lot of time and a lot of hassle with Facebook, but it also gives you a lot of freedom to travel and do a lot of those stuff. So if you don't have it enabled, make sure you do that. In fact, even if you're not traveling and you keep logging in from one IP, just do this to make sure you're safe. Just do this to make sure that if someone hacks your account, then you're safe. That's really important, and no matter if you're traveling or not, I highly recommend for everyone to go and apply that step. Now, after we actually do that and you do all the steps above, then we reach to the actual copywriting of the ad. You want to make sure your ad is compliant with Facebook's terms and policy services. You want to make sure you read it. In fact, you want to make sure you read it at least 3 times just to make sure you're getting it right. I want to emphasize this enough. If you read the terms and policy, you're gonna be safe. I mean, there's really nothing that can happen that much if you read all of that and if you do all the steps. I'm gonna give you a couple extra steps that are gonna be just an extra, and I recommend putting that extra just because Facebook is gonna be a main source of revenue for a lot of you, and you want to make sure that you don't get banned and you play it safe, just because it sucks to spend $1,000 on ads and make a lot of money and then suddenly have your ad account shut down and having to fight that and having all revenue stop. and it's a fear that shouldn't be there if you do all the things correctly. So if you read the ad account, if you read the rules, if you understand the rules, then it's probably not going to happen. Now you also want to make sure your ad is clear of your intentions. So if your lander is going to ask them for an opt-in, make sure your ad says that. You want the user to click your ad as they're experiencing what's going to happen next. Make sure there's no surprise for the user. So don't have any, for example, I know someone who actually had an ad saying something is free, and then the actual bonus was free, but it was actually a sales page selling something. So you don't want to confuse the users. Again, you don't want to do any clickbaits or height angles, or you don't want to attempt any user's behavior. You want it to be smooth, you want it to be a process, and that's very, very important. So if you're asking for an opt-in, be upfront about it. Say, hey, opt in to the page below to get X and Y and Z, and that's fine. That's not gonna decrease your conversions. It's gonna increase your conversions. So it's not a bad thing here. You just want to make sure you're congruent, which we're gonna talk about in just a second as well. You also want to make sure you have no claims, no unrelated or misleading images, no personal features of the user, like hey Sam, it's your birthday today and I'd love to give you X and Y and Z. No before and after photos, no sexually suggestive ads, and you want to make sure you follow the 20 text percent rule. So you want to make sure your ad has no more 20% of text of any kind. That's something that any beginner should know by now, but if you don't know what it's like, let me just show you real quick. So really easy. If you're at 20% text Facebook, and you can go into many pages, many tools that will allow you to actually go ahead and check that. So here, for example, you can upload the ad, then they're gonna tell you if it's okay or not. And if it's not okay, your ad's reach will be lower, and if it's really high, your ad may not run. So you want to make sure you do follow that. You want to make sure you do follow the 20% text rule, because it's very, very important. Now, you also want to make sure you read the terms of service, because everything I said right here is actually in the terms of service. So like I said, read it twice, read it 3 times just to make sure you get it right, and then actually go ahead and keep reading it every couple of weeks or every month just to make sure that you're updated with things that change. Now if anything changes, I'll make sure that I actually update on this channel, so make sure you actually go ahead and subscribe and join the Facebook group, because we're gonna be updating more and more things there. The goal of this channel is to make sure that you guys get the most up-to-date training. Now your landing page, you want to make sure your landing page has clear intentions. You want to present the full business information, so whatever you can, contact details, email, phone number, but the most important things to actually present are disclaimers, privacy policy, and any legal information that specific to your industry. So for me, because I'm in the, make money online niche, I need to actually include a disclaimer. I need to make sure to actually say this is not a get rich quick scheme and all those things for the FTC. For you, it might be different if you're, in the weight loss business. You also don't want to use any pop-ups of any kind and no auto-playing video. And you want to make sure everything relates to the actual ad and ad text, and you want to make sure you're congruent. This is very important. Not only that this is going to increase your conversions, this is also going to give you a lot of points with Facebook. So it's just a win-win. Make sure that if you're asking for an opt-in, it's an opt-in. Try to get the colors to be the same of the ad. Try to have the same headline. Just make sure you're more congruent. And this is also some conversion tips, because this is going to help you with conversions a lot of times. Now, last but not least, make sure to add a disclaimer note in the footer of every page that states that this page is not affiliated with Facebook at all. And this is important. However, again, there's a lot of things in this tutorial, this video, that are just extra steps. But it's very important to actually take those extra steps, because I can already see some people commenting saying, oh, hey, Mike, my friend John actually ran ads without half the things you said, and he's safe. Well, he might be safe now, but it's not going to be safe forever. You want to play it for the long run. We're here in a marathon here, guys. You want to make sure you play the safe route. You want to make sure that you prevent yourself from getting banned. You want to make sure that Facebook likes you, and it's just going to be a win-win. So by doing those quote-unquote extra steps for 30 minutes or an hour, this is going to save you months of your time working with Facebook trying to get your ad account back. And for those of you who already got their ad account banned, I'm sorry to hear that. I might have a different video about that. If I get enough requests, I am going to make a different video about that, because I have got my ad account back, and I got it back. I got my ad account banned, and I got it back already. So I would do want to help people who had the same issue, but I want to make sure there's enough demand for it, because I've been asked the same question over and over again. What do I do to secure my ad account? Well, if you follow all of these steps, all of these things right now, then you're going to be super safe. That's literally all you need, and I personally guarantee you that this is the best guide out there that you're going to see for preventing your ad account from getting shut down. This is just everything you need in one spot. If you want to get the slides of this and a couple more bonuses, make sure you check out the link below. I can give you the PDF slides just so you can have all of this as kind of like a checklist. So if you want to get the checklist, just make sure you actually go ahead below. You can opt in, and you're actually going to get more emails from us, more tips, more cool stuff, and a couple more bonuses for joining to the Art of Launch, I guess, family right here. So that being said, I really appreciate everyone watching the video, and I'm going to see you in the next one. So have a great day, everybody.